Hey guys, Grantham 1941. I'm doing a video reply to kiwitedfernys contest about the obscure units. Mine is the 442nd Infantry Division. Start out with their Japanese American troops during World War II, and I think they were held in Korea. Yeah, that was my chocolate lab. Alright, they're active 1944 August to August 1946. Their roles of the infantry, their size was 3,800, motto was go for broke. Their color was blue and white, and they fought primarily in Europe during World War II. Starting in 1944, they fought in Italy, southern France, and Germany. Now, what's so special about them is they were the most decorated regiment in the history of the United States, which is pretty good considering I've never heard any YouTuber ever talk about them. They won 21 medals of honor. Now let's think about this: 1944 to 1946. I think that's pretty good, guys. Many of the people in the U.S. during World War II that were Japanese, they were sent to, I don't know what you'd call them, Japanese concentration camps. Not really, because they weren't killed, they were fed, but still technically concentration camps. During 1942, the War Department called for the remove of all Japanese soldiers in the U.S. Japanese U.S. soldiers in 1942. Sorry about that. Just got a little mix up. Now, there was a petition with the Japanese in the U.S. to let them soldier. Now, a lot of people, I think it was a general in Hawaii, kept a lot of his troops, even though they were Japanese and there had been orders. But he went ahead and kept them. I think it was about 1,500 soldiers, yeah. But there was a petition. It was, I forget how many troops, but it was called the Varsity Victory Volunteers. In February 1943, I think it was, the U.S. Army decided to allow Japanese soldiers in the U.S. Army. There's a bunch of people at that point were questioning whether they would be loyal or not, considering they were Japanese soldiers, and they were given a questionnaire, basically, whether they would be loyal or whether or not they would be loyal. And so, well, let me check my notes here. Some of the questions were that would you be willing to fight for us and be loyal? Most, I think it was answered yes. Some answered no, and some just left it blank. Then another one was, I think that was question 27. Another question was 28 was would you be willing to fight anywhere in the United States? Anywhere, whether it be Japan, France, Italy, Monte Cassino. I think most answered yes. I think it was about 10% didn't, but don't quote me on that. They were forbidden to fight in the Pacific Theater. Their first battle was on June 26, 1944, at the town of, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it was in Italy. Let me check my time in here. I'm at 4 minutes, so to end off with, I don't remember their last battle, but I'm just going to mention some of the people in Japan during World War II. Now, my grandmother was a nurse in World War II for the Japanese. Let me show you. That is her right there. That's my grandfather. He was in the U.S. Sorry, but let me grab his picture. When he was fighting. Now, he was in the U.S. during World War II. He joined a pretty late war, I think 1944 or 5. And he met my mother, I think in Tokyo or something. I really don't remember. And they got married. But what she had told my mother was that she would carry around cyanide because the Japanese women were warned that they would be raped, killed, tortured, stuff like that by the Americans, and they were terrible people. But actually, when they came, according to my grandmother, they were given smokes, cigarettes, chocolate, just about anything. They would want medical attention was a big one, because the Japanese were pretty short on, medical equipment at that point. They were putting everything into the guns, helmets, stuff like that. That's why you see the last ditch Arasaka like that. Let's see here. I'm going to be doing some citing sources for this on my video. Well, this is actually not part of it, but this is a great book. It's not about the Japanese Americans, but it's Islands of the Damned by R.V. Bergen, who I actually met. Let me flip to that page. Right there, Semper Fi. But here are my sources for this. World War II by Christopher Chant. World War II again. Wait. World War II and photographs by David Boyle. Actually, this is just another one that I think I accidentally grabbed this. Okinawa, I don't know. Finding equipment. That's how I got all this set up for Allied forces, Americans and Japanese. Now I just figure that I showed you guys how really long this Type 38 is. Let me get you pulled up there. Sorry about this. Now I'm about 5'10". This rifle is 5'9". This is a Type 38 with a bayonet extended like that. That's sheath. These things are razor sharp. But yeah, that's my video reply to kiwitedfernys. Now guys, thank you for your time. Please rate, subscribe, and comment. See ya.